pulls out what appears to be a joint. No one seems to notice until, shockingly, he lights up.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
I'm not under oath.
Raise your right hand, please.
That's your bad finger.
I'm not standing.
Not resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm just not standing up. I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
That's not more. That's 180. That's 360.
In this episode, 20-year-old Spencer Allen Boston was served citations at a traffic stop for speeding and possession of marijuana and was present to defend his case. Spencer didn't take any time to courageously speak on his possession of the psychoactive drug.
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana law here. I think we the people deserve better because marijuana is a very harmless drug, and it's been around for ages, since the 80s.
Immediately, the judge butts in to stop Spencer's confident approach.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether it's good or bad. All I know is
Yes, sir.
Tennessee still has it against the law. I swore to uphold the laws, and I have to uphold the laws as a judge. It probably is unfair, but I can't change it. You've got to go see the legislature to get that changed.
While the judge works out a trial date, Spencer decides to commit his crime once again in the most daring of ways and the most daring of places, the courtroom.
Pulls out what appears to be a joint. No one seems to notice until, shockingly, he lights up. And this time it's noticed immediately.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
The court officer sweeps into action straight away to straighten out the disrespect he just displayed in the court.
But he's immediately taken away by the court officer.
Before he is cleared from the room, the judge gives a final statement of intent.
And Judge Barry gets the final word.
Take you to jail.
Now to the results.
Slapping Boston with a disorderly conduct charge, as well as another charge of possession. The judge also holds him in contempt of court, and Boston is forced to spend 10 days in jail.
Now we know actions can be so disrespectful. Let's see words. In this court session, we take a look at a loquacious defendant who called and threatened to kill a sitting judge in this manner.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid bitch. Because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building.
Sir, what is going on?
Who the you calling, sir, you stupid bitch? Where's your judge warrant at? You gonna bring that bitch out in handcuffs and I'm gonna execute that son of a bitch right in the street. I'm letting you know I'm gonna shoot this bitch. You gonna give me my kids.
Where are you at, sir?
I just told you I'm outside of her building waiting for her to get there in the morning. I'm gonna pop a cap in that bitch. You stupid.
A year later, Alan McCarty keeps the same energy in his pre-hearing, accusing Judge Matt Foxman of being in charge of the child custody case he lost.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
I'm not under oath.
Raise your right hand, please.
That's your bad finger. I didn't appreciate that.
This is being done unconstitutionally. Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You want to allow my witnesses here?
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still deny it. You want to take my kids from me and act like that? You and that bitch. You and the bitch that took my kids.
You want to be in the room or not?
Do you want to suck my?
I'd prefer not to, sir.
Well, you got a mouth for it. Can I get some water, please? I got a lot more cussing to do, and I need to wet my mouth.
Do you want to be here when the jury's here?
What the do you think?
I don't know. I need you to answer.
After being found guilty during the pre-hearing, McCarty was brought back for the sentence hearing, and the judge's first question was to ask him why he shouldn't be held for contempt for the pre-hearing behavior.
You're before the court, Mr. McCarty, to show cause why I should not hold you in contempt for behavior that you demonstrated during the jury trial. You threatened the unborn child of the prosecutor.
But McCarty hasn't changed his ways. He goes on and on after being dragged to the back room.
What a bunch of lies, you stupid piece of...
Then also
You threatened my life.
in the
You
back room.
suck. No, I'm not standing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm just not
Stand up.
I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
This time he's placed in a back room with a one-way mirror.
The judge reads the results.
Count one, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 15 years in Florida State Prison. As to count two, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 5 years to run consecutive to count one.
McCarty's currently serving his sentence in a Florida state prison.
This case in the Berea Municipal Court involves a defendant on probation for a list of offenses.
The defendant's 18-year-old William Demopoulos. He's on probation for criminal damaging, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and obstructing official business.
Judge Christopher Green starts off displeased as Demopoulos has been reported to refuse giving his phone to his probation officer.
Give me that phone. What's in that phone you don't want us to find?
Nothing. I just didn't see no need for you guys to confiscate my phone and go through it. I mean...
And you play by your rules. You don't want to play by anybody else's rules.
All of a sudden, Demopoulos becomes jittery after the confiscation of his phone and becomes defensive.
Come here. Hey. Come here.
No, man. No, man. This is not right, man. I'm telling you, this is not right. This system is so messed up.
Stand there. If you're going to act up, give me an officer. Give me an officer.
Please,
next door.
please, please.
No.
It doesn't have to be
I'm right now thinking about charging you with resistance.
Please, it doesn't have to be like this, Your Honor.
Stand there and stand like a man.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Then you're going to go to jail today.
The judge explains to the defendant why his phone has to be released on request.
Probation officer has a right to take anything they want to take of yours. If they want to search your phone, they search your phone.
Things take a turn when Demopoulos claims something totally different and warrants the judge to request that he be handcuffed.
It's not my cell phone.
Whose cell phone is it?
It's my brother's.
Then why didn't you tell them that? I need him handcuffed, please.
Demopoulos makes a run for it.
Demopoulos doesn't seem interested in cooperating. As quickly as Demopoulos hops over the table, the deputies tackle him to the floor.
You're gonna get paid. Stop resisting. This is unnecessary, man. Don't think I'm so up, man, for real. Please stop, man.
Before Judge Green makes his decision, the defendant's grandfather weighs in.
My problem is I can't have someone on probation if they won't listen to their probation officer.
He has a problem. I know there's a problem.
Man, he's kind of like a little captive, ain't he?
The judge's final conviction?
The judge revokes the defendant's probation, and he's charged with resisting arrest. He's sent to jail for 40 days.
Still in Berea Municipal Court, we take a look at young Milton Watts, who finally turns himself in after missing his first session.
The defendant, 21-year-old Milton Watts, has turned himself in after a warrant was issued for his arrest for failure to appear on a domestic violence charge.
The judge begins questioning his initial absence in court and finds out his reason for absence.
You were supposed to be here last month. You did not appear. Why weren't you here?
My mom didn't show up. Somebody died in the family. There was no reason for me to be here.
Well, it's not an engraved invitation, son. It's a court order.
Milton decides to undergo the trial without an attorney.
Your attorney withdrew, so you'll have to hire an attorney?
I don't need an attorney.
You're a lawyer?
Nope.
Then, this happened.
Do you want to talk to me about me at bond with me? What do you want to tell me?
About what?
Bond?
Don't really give a to be honest with you.
Judge Green gives him a quick sentencing, but Milton goes on to make matters worse.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt. Cuff him if you got the cuffs. Hold on. It's $5,000 cash surety bond, subject to the temporary protection order. He just swore at the judge. Can I give you a piece of advice?
What?
You can either make life easy or you can make life hard.
The next sequence of events got heated, and both Judge Green and Milton had his back and forth.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more. That's 180. That's 306.
Now I gotta come here and my life up. You.
Melvin, stop.
How many days you want to give me now? Are you sure counting?
Yeah, I'm at about a year right now in contempt, so.
Milton's mother and sister tries to pacify the judge amidst her son still giving some final words while being held down.
I don't care.
I don't give a you.
Melvin, stop.
Everybody. You.
Melvin.
Power.
Good.
Fight the power.
Good.
That's stupid. Melvin, stop. Stop it. You're not even getting in trouble. Melvin, Melvin, listen. You're going.
Who the is he telling me anything?
Listen.
The results of the case.
Despite the judge going all the way up to 360 days in the heat of the moment, once Watts calmed down, the judge ultimately decided to reduce the sentence to 90 days in jail, or 4 days per four-letter word. For the initial domestic violence charge he was originally in court for, he later pled no contest and was sentenced to 5 days in jail.